At this point, it seems like we have almost a complete application. Still, we can add additional functionality to make Reminder Pro even more useful to the user. Usually reminders have a date attached to them, a certain time that the person has to complete for the reminder. So let's add an extra input field to the JSX that allows the user to select a time that the reminder should be due. Let's add another input field right next to our first one. This one's class name will also be form control. But its type will be datetime local, which will come in handy because it pulls a calendar selecting view. Now, we simply need to initialize a due date within our text, within our state rather. Set it to an empty string. Now we'll take advantage of the onChange function, just like above how we do with text. So we'll have an event variable, then we'll set the state of our due date to this input field's event.target.value. Great. Let's save. And as you can see, we now have a calendar view where you can put some times in. Awesome. Now that we have our JSX set up, let's think about what adding a new property to our add reminder action creator means in terms of our Redux logic. For one, we'll have to amend our actual action creator to return not only the text value, but also the due date that we pass. So let's go to our action creator. We have add reminder here, and let's allow it to have a second parameter of due date. Then very simply, we'll not only return the text in shorthand, but also our due date. And this key will be fine because it exactly maps to the value that we pass. Remember ES6 shorthand. Next, we'll need to think about adding reminders in our reducer. So head to your reducers and head to the helper reminder function. And notice our reducer simply takes an action. Now right now, we're mapping text to action.text. However, if we're passing due date in our action, we can also simply grab our text and our due date all at once by equalizing it to action. And there's our ES6 coming in handy again. Let's remove this text, action.text, right here. Place text after ID, as well as our due date. Once you have that saved, that should be enough to have due dates within all of our action objects for reminders. Now it's simply a matter of changing up the app.jsx call for add reminder. So we also want our state of due date to be passed to our new add reminder function. For now, let's console log to see if we're actually getting a due date. And let's pass it in, this.state.duedate. Let's save. Let's inspect the element now and add our first reminder to see what's going on. Let's say I have to go to the dentist. This reminder is going to be on Saturday at 3:00 p.m. And cool, we have reminders in our state, and these objects now have due dates within them. Awesome. So now that we have some dates, we could throw these onto our reminder cards. However, we can make them even more understandable to the user by using some JavaScript tricks, unless you want to throw this date string on there. So see you in the next video where we start actually including this data on the user interface.